Okay, so last month we went over techniques all the time. And working technique till you drop is great, but you have to come up and use it within reason. That's what I tried to do on Friday by showing techniques in practice. Now, one of the other things that I've stressed a lot is that music is based on patterns, especially when you're learning how to solo certain licks, scale patterns that you just rep and rep and rep until you can do them as fast as you want, at any tempo that you want, in any key that you want. But all those things go to show that music is pattern based. You can look at any song, any part in the song, and discover patterns. Patterns that are used throughout that song to help make it easier for the person playing that song to record it and play it. So right now we will get into more in-depth jazz-based stuff later on, because I'm sure that most of you right now want to learn how to play your favorite, rock song faster, how to play your favorite metal song faster, how to do X, Y, and Z faster. And I will do that. But I will show you first how it's relatable to jazz. Okay. This is called a lead sheet. It basically gives you the melody and the form of the song, and you're probably staring at a mirror reflection of it, but this is Oleo from Sonny Rollins. Now, to show that all songs are pattern-based in their construction, check it out. Song starts on a B flat. Then it goes to a C7 and an F7. 2-bar phrase. Then that 2-bar phrase repeats. The melody is a little different, but the chordal structure of that melody, the chordal structure of those two measures is exactly the same. B flat to C minor 7 to F7, and then repeat. Then it changes over in the next two measures change. B flat 7 to E flat 7 to an E diminished 7 chord. And then it goes back to the B flat to C minor 7 to F7 chord. Alright, we'll go into more about chords and just basic theory on Fridays as usual. Then, rhythm change kind of can be viewed as like a solo section or bridge. And then it takes this same 2, 4, 6, 8 measure phrase at the very end of the song. Without jazz setting the groundwork for pop music, because from the very, very tail end of the 19th century to through most of the early part of the 20th century, jazz standards and jazz music were pop music, and they all had certain forms that you could look at and memorize and learn them. And once you learn those patterns, learn those phrases, you can just go off and do whatever you want. Within reason, of course. Within reason of the confines of the key, these patterns are identical, but they change based on what key that you're using. Just like the scale patterns are the same, but the notes are different based on what scale you're using, and the scale in turn helps determine the key of the piece. Same thing with any lick you'd want to come up with. It'd be the same notes, same pattern, but it would be different based on the key, just different notes. The melody, of course, would change based on the key, but the melody is the melody. A song is defined by its melody and its chord changes. These patterns are chord changes, for obvious reasons. It's going from one chord to another chord to another chord. So, this month it's going to be looking at songs, being able to build a lead sheet. Lead sheets don't have to be this in depth. I went to SUNY Oneonta and took part in a lot of the performance ensembles. And one of the performance ensemble-based classes that I took was Rock Combo, where they showed you how to make lead sheets that were in essence just like that, but little less in depth. It's just, form of the song, what goes where, there, and notes for the individual player. So we're going to work for the month of July analyzing songs just to be able to pick up and peg what the form of each song is and how to best learn them, how to get it all together, because everything that I've shown you up to this point will come full circle once we start looking at and analyzing the form and structure of songs.